Hello, Professor, and thank you for joining us today. Let us take a minute to introduce ourselves. I'm Lori.
Good afternoon. My name is Antoinette Sims.
I'm Morgan.
And today we are presenting our research project. Our topic is how does mainstream media aimed at youth culture affect youth behavior, cognition, and perspective?
Our agenda is structured to guide you through this research. We will start with an introduction that outlines the importance of media in the lives of young people. Following that, we present 3 individual research questions that dive deep into the different facets of media influence. Throughout the presentation, we will discuss the methodologies we employed, share key findings from our research, and conclude with insights and implications for understanding the intersection between media and youth development.
In our presentation, we will explore how mainstream media aimed at youth culture influences young people's behavior, cognition, and overall perspective.
We begin by setting the stage for our discussion with a look at the broader context. Mainstream visual media often presents idealized images of relationships, conflicts, and leisure, profoundly shaping self-image, social skills, decision-making, and even cognitive development.
Our research into the influence of mainstream visual media on youth is guided by 3 individual questions.
First, we examine the impact of youth-targeted visual media on cognitive development, specifically its effects on attention, language acquisition, problem-solving, and executive functions. This question helps us understand the deeper, perhaps more subtle ways that media consumption can shape cognitive growth. During critical development periods, I will explore this topic through an analysis of the article Associations Between Digital Media Use and Brain Surface Structural Measures in Preschool-Age Children.
Second, we ask how the cultural trope of the one in movies and TV shows shapes young people's expectations for love and relationships. I'm exploring how idolized, almost fairy tale portrayals set the stage for what youth anticipate in their real life relationships, often leading to unrealistic expectations. This discussion will be guided by insights from the article Media Romances Skew Real World Standards.
Third, we explore how visual media geared towards youth contributes to social influence and conformity. Here, our focus is on understanding how visual media can drive behavioral trends and encourage young people to align with certain social norms, sometimes without even realizing it. I will examine this topic by analyzing the article, The Social Image of Drinking. Mass media campaigns may inadvertently increase binge drinking. Together, these questions form the backbone of our research, shedding light on the complex relationship between media and youth culture.
In this study, researchers conducted a secondary analysis of data originally collected from an MRI-based investigation examining the impacts of home reading practices and digital media use on brain structure and function that supports emergent literacy skills in preschool-age children. The data was analyzed using SAS v9.4 software. Researchers used the ScreenQ, a 15-item parent report measure assessing digital media use across 4 domains recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics: screen access, frequency of use, content, and parent-child co-viewing. Participants were healthy children between 3 and 5 years old, recruited from a pediatric academic center and primary care clinics in a large Midwestern city. Eligibility required a gestation of at least 36 weeks, no prior or current kindergarten attendance, and no history of head trauma or neurodevelopment conditions that might cause cognitive delays. The study involved various assessments, including standard measures of expressive language, processing speed, rhyming abilities, and emergent literacy skills, with all procedures following human subject protections and the Declaration of Helsinki. MRI data was collected using a play-based accumulation technique in a 3 Tesla Philips Ingeni scanner with a 32-channel head coil. The images were then processed using the computational anatomy toolbox, which computed surface-based morphometric measures like cortical thickness by mapping each subject to a standard template space. Finally, the study examined the associations between digital media use and brain surface structural measures in predefined regions of interest, as defined by the Diskin-Killeney Atlas, ensuring that only high-quality images were included for accurate analysis. Let's dive into the study's key findings on digital media use and brain structure in preschool-age children. The The researchers measured digital media exposure using a screen cue and found that higher scores indicating more digital media use were generally linked to lower cortical thickness in several brain regions, including the occipital, parietal, temporal, and fusiform areas. However, once they adjusted for socioeconomic status, these associations were only marginally significant. The study also examined cortical surface area, finding that higher digital media exposure correlated with lower surface area in the right fusiform cortex and marginally in the left inferior temporal gyrus, but an increase in the right corneus. ROI analysis revealed significant cortical thinning in the bilateral cuneus and the left lingual gyrus. Notably, associations in the cuneus and fusiform areas remained significant even after accounting for maternal education, suggesting early digital media exposure may influence brain structure during key development periods.
To research the impact of movies and TV shows on adolescents' expectations for love and relationships, I have analyzed an article detailing researchers' exploration into this topic. It includes interviews and surveys with adolescents conducted by highly educated college researchers. Listening to the perspectives of youth who have been influenced by these forms of entertainment facilitate understanding into the psychological devices employed by creators of this entertainment that influences their idea of and expectations for love and in romance. The examiners concluded that the challengeless exposure to perfect press links creates unrealistic expectations among adolescents. The above depictions commonly highlighted idealized, conflict-free associations, a strong preference for dissatisfaction, and unrealistic criteria in real links. The deepening of the background that young people commonly associate with them, as seen in movies and television series, can lead to feelings of insignificance and disappointment. I chose this study because it deals directly with the way in which the news impacts young people's expectations of appreciation and association. It enhances the importance of recognizing the contrast between depiction of the form and the real connection, facilitating the development of a more robust and more realistic expectation for the youth.
The methodology of this study was to create two versions of an existing campaign by altering the social perception of drinking and assess their effectiveness in changing cognitions, intentions, and behavioral willingness to binge drink. Young men were randomly assigned to one of three conditions. One group was shown a poster that portrayed a sociable drinker, another group that was shown a poster that displayed a non-sociable drinker, and the control group. The results of the study compared the condition and the control group. It was examined that the sociable drinker condition had boomerang effects on intention and willingness to drink. They use the term boomerang because the ad advises to drink responsibly while simultaneously glamorizing alcohol in a social drinking situation. The unsociable drinker condition had no effect. Participants who saw the sociable drinker poster had higher willingness to engage in binge drinking, although they had not previously had a habit of binge drinking. The results imply that advertisements can be a contribution to excessive drinking. I chose this journal article because it examines how young people, specifically young men in the study, attempt to fit in with their peers when viewing glamorized images of alcohol consumption. Portrayals of popular and attractive people partaking in alcohol consumption promote normative influence. It provides evidence that visual media does have an impact on influencing young people to conform to activities when they are made to look cool and gain acceptance from others. The posters used by alcohol campaigns intend to market their product as a social enhancement. It becomes an issue when alcohol becomes normalized and pushed by mainstream media where young people are easily influenced by depictions. It is impossible to control who sees these ads, hence the message to drink responsibly, although it has little effect on preventing intentions or attitudes to drink. Drinking campaigns may not be a direct cause and effect relationship to underage and irresponsible drinking, but promoting a glamorized portrayal of drinking within mainstream media has some contribution.
Our research investigates how mainstream media impacts our youth during important developmental years from preschool to teenagehood to young adulthood. Understanding how the media influences these processes can give insight into the ways visual media impacts both thought and behavior in young people.
Here is our references.
Thank you for watching.